Alright, sweetheart, what's up guys, it's McKinley Crain here, and today I'm going to be doing my spoiler-free movie review of the direct sequel to the 2019 animated Mortal Kombat movie, which was Mortal Kombat Legends: Scorpion's Revenge. And this direct sequel is the 2021 animated action film Mortal Kombat Legends: Battle of the Realms. So this movie, in this movie, basically all the characters from the previous animated Mortal Kombat Legends movie return. And they have to enter into another tournament thanks to this guy. And if they don't, all of the realms, especially the Earth realm, the Mortal realm, are in danger. Whereas the first Mortal Kombat Legends movie mainly focused on the character Scorpion, this one mainly focuses on Liu Kang. Which isn't a bad thing at all. I think he's a very great character, and his story is very interesting, and his character is a very interesting character, and he has a lot of very interesting motives, and he has a very interesting backstory. Another thing about this movie is that Lord Raiden is mortal in this movie. He has to give up his powers in order to help his friends fight in the Mortal Kombat tournament, which honestly makes for a pretty good little element in the story. Speaking of the story is let's just say very vast. There are a lot of plots, but they all work. I know IGN doesn't agree with me on that, but I think that all the plots work. This was a great movie in my opinion. Was it as good as the first Mortal Kombat Legends movie? No. The first Mortal Kombat Legends movie was perfect. This movie is not perfect, but it is a great movie, and it's a great sequel. It's got a lot of great humor, especially from Johnny Cage and Sonya Blade. And speaking of those two characters, they have the best chemistry in the movie, and they're hilarious together. Their dialogue together is hilarious, and they make a pretty good team. And so do the rest of the so do the rest of the characters in this movie, but especially these two characters. This is a great movie. I know I already said that, but I feel like I have to say it again just because. The first 20 minutes are not as good as the rest of the film. They're great. Don't get me wrong, the first 20 minutes of this movie are great, but I just didn't like them as much as I liked the rest of the whole other hour of this film. They don't get me wrong, they were great, but they just weren't as fun or thrilling as the other hour of the movie. Oh, speaking of thrills, there's a lot of awesome kick-ass action in this movie, just like in Mortal Kombat Legends: Scorpion's Revenge. The action in this movie is fantastic, and it's really fun, and it makes the movie really fun. It was part of what this it was part of what made this movie so gripping for me and so fun. And I love the action in this movie, and it was so well done, so well animated, and I was like, woo! I was really impressed with a lot of the action. The action, like I said, made this story even more gripping to me, and was just awesome. This is the definition of an awesome movie, and the action scenes in this movie are the very definition of awesome action scenes. And they're very gritty action scenes, like, because this is a Mortal Kombat movie. And they make this movie even better. And the story's great. The story isn't as good as, like, you know, the story in Scorpion's Revenge. I just found the story to be, like, more gripping and better crafted in Scorpion's Revenge. But that doesn't mean that the story in this movie isn't great. The story in this movie is fantastic and gripping. I just thought, although I just think that the story in Scorpion's Revenge is better. This is an awesome movie. It was a great movie. I loved it, and I can't wait to see if they are making, like, a sequel to this movie. I think they are. They probably will. I can't wait to see it. Yeah, honestly, now that I think about it, there's definitely going to be a sequel to this movie. There's no way they wouldn't make a sequel to this movie. That reminds me, this movie's ending is very satisfying and surprisingly touching. And I found the dialogue in this movie to be very, very great, like, very well done, especially in the end. And I found this movie's pacing is excellent. It's slow. It's like it's slow paced when it needs to be slow paced, and it's like fast paced when it needs to be fast paced. If that makes sense. And the animation is fantastic, just like in the first Mortal Kombat Legends movie. And this is definitely worth a watch if you're a Mortal Kombat fan, or if you're just a fan of action movies. Anyway, I'm going to give this movie a 93% out of 100%, which is the equivalent of an A. Like, subscribe, join the notification squad. I will return.